I never expected that the girl I called my best friend would be the one to stab me in the back. My name is Nora Walker. I'm 26, and for the last 5 years, I've built my life around friendship, loyalty, and trust. Or at least, that's what I thought. My best friend, Jenna Carter, was like a sister to me. We shared everything: clothes, secrets, dreams, even heartbreaks. She was the one who cheered for me at my graduation, stood beside me when I lost my job, and helped me move into my new apartment. But betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. It comes from those who smile while holding a knife behind their back. Everything started 6 months ago when I got promoted at the marketing firm where we both worked. I had worked hard for that position. Late nights, skipped weekends, and countless sacrifices. Jenna congratulated me with a fake smile and a hug that didn't feel the same. "You totally deserve it, babe," she said, her voice sugary sweet. "We should celebrate tonight." Back then, I didn't realize that behind those words, jealousy had already started eating away at her. A few weeks later, strange things began to happen at work. Rumors, lies, people whispering about me when I walked into the break room. I'd catch coworkers exchanging looks, pretending to scroll their phones. I ignored it, until one morning my boss called me into his office. He looked tense. "Nora, I need to talk to you about something serious." My stomach dropped. He turned his screen around. "Someone sent this." It was an email, supposedly from me, mocking one of our biggest clients, full of sarcasm and unprofessional jokes. The message ended with, "Honestly, these people are idiots." I froze. "Sir, I didn't write this." "I want to believe you," he said, "but it came from your work account." My throat went dry. "That's impossible. Someone must have—" He interrupted softly. "Nora, I've already suspended your account while we investigate." I left his office shaking. My hands trembled so hard that I could barely hold my phone. I called Jenna right away. "Hey, something crazy just happened," I said. "Someone sent an email pretending to be me." She paused. "Oh my God, what are you gonna do?" "I don't know," I whispered. "But someone's trying to ruin me." Jenna sighed. "Maybe it's just a mistake. Don't overthink it." Her tone was too calm, too practiced. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the email, the timing, the promotion, and Jenna's strange calmness. The next morning, when I got to the office, I noticed something else. Jenna was wearing the same designer bag I'd been saving for months to buy. She'd always said she couldn't afford it, but what really got me was when I saw her talking to Ethan, my ex, the same guy who had broken my heart 2 years ago. She laughed, flipped her hair, and gave him the look I knew all too well. Something in my gut told me everything was connected. Over the next few days, I started noticing small clues. Jenna knew things about meetings she wasn't supposed to be in. People started treating me differently, coldly, suspiciously. Someone even leaked one of my private voice memos to a client group chat. It all pointed to one person, so I set a trap. I created a fake folder on my cloud drive titled Client Feedback Private and filled it with fabricated confidential notes and dummy files. Then I added one hidden tracker to see who accessed it. The next morning, the notification came in, accessed by Jenna Carter. My heart sank and burned at the same time. For 2 days, I didn't confront her. I wanted proof that could destroy her completely. Then it came, in the form of a recorded call between her and another colleague. I overheard it when I accidentally picked up her Bluetooth speaker in the break room. Jenna's voice was sharp, cold. "I just need Nora out of the way. She thinks she's better than everyone because she got promoted. Once she's gone, that position is mine." The other voice laughed. "You're evil, Jenna," she smirked. "Not evil, just smart." I quietly ended the connection and walked out. My hands were cold, but my mind was burning. That was the moment I decided. I wouldn't let her get away with this. Over the next week, I planned her downfall meticulously. There was a big corporate gala coming up, a public event with all major clients, executives, and staff. Jenna was helping organize it. I knew exactly where I'd strike. I compiled every piece of evidence. The fake email metadata showing her IP address, the access log to my private folder, the recorded conversation. And then I created a presentation, disguised as a client performance review. The night of the gala arrived. Everyone was dressed elegantly, sipping champagne under chandeliers. Jenna floated across the room in a red satin dress, soaking up attention. When she spotted me, her smile tightened. "Hey, Nora, you look good." "Thanks," I said, holding her gaze. "You too." I could see it in her eyes, that smugness of someone who thought she'd already won. When the host announced, "Now, our marketing lead, Nora Walker, will present this quarter's highlights," I walked onto the stage with calm confidence. My heart was racing, but my voice was steady. "Thank you, everyone. Tonight, I'd like to show not only the work we've done, but also the truth behind what really happens in this company." Jenna's smile froze. I clicked the remote. The screen behind me lit up, and suddenly, her voice echoed through the speakers. "I just need Nora out of the way. She thinks she's better than everyone because she got promoted. Once she's gone, that position is mine." A collective gasp filled the hall. Glasses clinked. Heads turned. Jenna stood, her face pale, trembling. "This is out of context." She screamed. "Oh, really?" I said. "Then maybe this will help provide some context." Next slide. Screenshots of her accessing my private files. Then the forged email logs. The audience watched in stunned silence. And that's when I delivered the line I'd been saving for weeks. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It reveals who you're surrounded by. Everyone turned to Jenna. My boss's face was red with rage. Security escorted her out as the room buzzed with whispers. For the first time in months, I finally breathed freely that night. As I walked out of the gala, a cool breeze brushed my face. I smiled to myself, not because I'd won, but because I'd reclaimed my peace. After the gala, the office was never the same. By Monday morning, Jenna Carter's name was wiped clean off the employee list. Her desk, once cluttered with pink sticky notes and scented candles, was empty. Just like that, she was gone. Everyone treated me differently now. The whispers had stopped. The fake smiles had disappeared, and people who once doubted me now nodded with quiet respect. But peace? It didn't last long. 3 weeks later, I got a message request on Instagram. "Jenna Carter, you think this is over? You humiliated me, Nora, but you have no idea what I'm capable of." I stared at the message, feeling that old fire ignite again. I didn't respond, not because I was scared, but because silence often speaks louder than words. Still, a chill ran down my spine. A few days later, strange things started happening again. A package arrived at my apartment. No return address. I opened it and froze. Inside was a shattered photo frame. The photo? A picture of Jenna and me from our college graduation. Glass cracked across my face. Attached was a note. "Let's see how strong you really are without your perfect image." I called the police, but they said it wasn't enough to press charges. "It could be harassment," the officer said, "but we need proof of a direct threat." Proof. That word echoed in my mind. If Jenna wanted to play dirty again, I'd play smarter. Weeks passed. I thought she might finally move on, but then my company's PR head called me one morning. "Nora, have you seen this?" She sent me a link. It was a gossip blog. Headline flashing across the page. "Corporate climber Nora Walker fired her best friend out of jealousy?" My stomach twisted. The article was full of lies. That I framed Jenna to steal her job. That I was manipulative. That I'd faked the entire presentation. The comment section was brutal. "She sounds like a narcissist." Typical snake friend story. Poor Jenna. I clenched my fists. This wasn't just revenge anymore. This was defamation, and I knew exactly who was behind it. I tracked the article's source and found the domain was connected to a small PR agency in Jenna's hometown. That was all I needed. Over the next few days, I began gathering my own receipts again, legal ones this time. I found proof of her fake news campaign, traced payments to the blog, and even uncovered a few of her emails sent under a fake alias. But I didn't want to just defend myself. I wanted the truth to burn so brightly that no one would ever believe her again. and the perfect opportunity came when our company announced a live-stream charity event, thousands of viewers. Press coverage, corporate sponsors. Jenna would be watching. I was sure of it. The night of the event, the ballroom shimmered with lights and cameras. I stood backstage rehearsing my speech. My palms were sweaty, but my mind was sharp. This wasn't about vengeance anymore. It was about justice, public, undeniable, final. As soon as my name was announced, I stepped onto the stage. "Good evening," I began, my voice calm but strong. "Before we begin tonight's fundraiser, I want to share something personal. Because truth, like light, has a way of cutting through lies." A few confused looks from the audience. Cameras zoomed in. I clicked the remote. Behind me, a screen lit up, showing screenshots, transaction logs, and emails. "Over the past month," I continued, "someone has tried to destroy my reputation through online lies and fabricated stories. What they didn't know is that every trace they left behind led right back to them." Then came the final slide. Jenna Carter's name, her fake email handle, and her digital signature. The crowd gasped. Reporters started snapping photos. "She framed you again?" Someone whispered. I nodded slightly. Twice. But this time, I made sure the truth would speak louder than her jealousy. Later that night, after the event went viral, my inbox flooded with messages. Not of hate, but of support. Old coworkers, college friends, even my boss. "Proud of you, Nora. You handled it with grace." That was legendary. By morning, the gossip blog had deleted the article. Jenna's fake accounts disappeared one by one. But I wasn't done yet. I sent all my evidence to a lawyer. And a week later, Jenna Carter was served with a defamation lawsuit. She tried to settle quietly, but the case went public. Her reputation crumbled. She lost her new job, her following, and the sympathy she'd stolen with her lies. Months later, I ran into her at a cafe downtown. She looked small, tired, defeated. Her once perfect hair was messy, her eyes hollow. She froze when she saw me, coffee cup halfway to her lips. "Nora," she whispered. "You ruined me," I smiled faintly. "No, Jenna, you ruined yourself." I turned to leave, but then I stopped, looked over my shoulder, and said quietly, "You know what hurts the most? You could have been happy. We both could have." And with that, I walked away. That night, as I watched the city lights flicker outside my window, I realized something profound. Revenge doesn't heal the pain, but truth does. Jenna had taught me the hardest lesson. That betrayal isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your power. And as I posted my final message on social media, a photo from the charity event, smiling confidently, I wrote one simple caption. "Forgiveness is freedom, but sometimes exposure is closure." The post went viral overnight. Thousands of comments, hundreds of shares, and deep down, I knew one thing for sure. I'd never let betrayal define me again.